More and more people are now convinced Meghan never actually gave birth. Harry reveals how he tried to calm his nerves as wife Meghan Markle gave birth to their first child, Archie Harrison. Writing in his memoir Spare, he reveals how he ate Nando's and got high on laughing gas to come to terms with the labour. He also added that Meghan bounced on a giant purple ball as she went into labour, and then listened to soulful hymns. Meg was so calm, I was calm too, he writes in his memoir. But I saw two ways of enhancing my calm. One, Nando's chicken, brought by our bodyguards. Two, a canister of laughing gas beside Meg's bed. I took several slow, penetrating hits. Meg bouncing on a giant purple ball, a proven way of giving nature a push. Laughed and rolled her eyes. I took several more hits, and now I was bouncing too. Harry then added that the doctor had to give Meghan an epidural to ease her pain and ensure a smooth delivery. The anaesthetist hurried in, off went the music, on went the lights. Whew, vibe change, he added. After a tough labour, Archie was born and the lovebirds cried out of happiness. This all sounds like people throwing every birth story technique into a hat, drawing them one by one, and stringing it into a birth story salad. What if this is Harry's trump card? She can certainly claim his drug issues, but her wearing a moon bump, she literally faked 2 pregnancies. Harry apparently claims they were back home at Frogmore 2 hours after Archie's birth. In the States, this would never be allowed, and not only due to the father reportedly doing whippets while his wife laboured in the delivery room, but just because it's protocol to stay 2 to 3 days depending on the needs of the mum and baby. This absolutely would not have happened if she had a C-section, not to mention the fajitas beforehand, and if she was induced, it's even more unlikely that she would have been allowed to eat it, as the risk of further intervention after an induction is higher than with a spontaneous labour. This woman has not birthed babies. And this confirms surrogacy. This is obviously written by someone who's not familiar with childbirth or C-sections. No doctor would ever let a woman and baby leave care after 2 hours of having a C-section. Many royal fans doubt that Meghan had a baby at all. The Portland hospital basically is just renting a hospital room for as many days or nights as you want. You can bring in a doctor, or 2, or even 10. Or you can have a midwife. Or you can set up a pool, or who knows what they do for celebrities. The hospital is just given whoever medical space with no arrangement for emergencies. So let's say they just rented a room and never brought in anyone. No midwife or physician because she never had OBGYN visits, except for over the internet with a celebrity birth guru. She could get away with faking the pregnancy. After all, it would be 11 days before they produced some half-assed birth announcement that nobody signed off on. Biggest reason for not doing a photo call at Portland is they never left with a baby. That's provided they were ever there at all, or just allowed themselves to be billed for a room.